Now, when people start a fitness journey, they tend to think too far ahead of what they want to achieve. The amount of times where I've got onto a call with somebody and I've asked them, what do you want to achieve? And they say, I want to lose 2, 3, 4, 5 stone, whatever it is crazy. Now, even though it's really, really good to have ambition, and I really, really rate that ambition, thinking too far ahead is kind of detrimental to your own progress. Because think about it like this. If you were going on holiday or you were traveling far away and the sat nav said to you, oh, it's 200-300 miles away or whatever it is, you're going to be thinking, oh, I've got such a hard journey ahead of me, it's going to take ages. The best thing to do would be to break the journey down. So I've got to travel 50 miles and then I'm going to stop for some food. I'm going to travel another 50 miles and then I'm going to stop for a drink. I'm going to travel another 50 miles and then I'm going to stop for a rest. Breaking down the journey makes it a little bit more manageable and you can actually see yourself achieving these milestones. So instead of starting this fitness journey and saying to yourself, I want to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone, whatever it is, firstly, focus on that first pound. And I'm going to explain to you exactly how you can lose that first pound. So first off, what you need to keep in mind is in 1 pound of body fat, there's roughly around 3,500 calories. Excuse the shitty handwriting, by the way. It's not my forte. This means that if you create a 300 calorie deficit every single day, it should take somewhere between 11 to 14 days to lose that 1 pound. Sure, you can do that a little bit quicker by increasing your calorie deficit, by reducing the amount of calories you're eating even more, or increasing the amount of calories you're burning off. But the bigger deficit that you make, the more unsustainable it is, which means that creating a 300 calorie deficit, in my opinion and based on my experiences and based on the people that I've coached in the past, is not just more sustainable than the larger deficit approach, but it also means that you're not going to feel like shit and you're going to make progress consistently over time. So how do you create a 3,500 calorie deficit? One of my first favorite tips is diet drinks. Now, there's going to be some wankers out there who are going to scream their nut off at me for suggesting diet drinks. Fuck them, to be honest with you. Diet drinks, in my opinion, are one of the most effective tools to use to reduce your calorie intake down, especially if you enjoy a pop or two. Let's say, for example, you have a regular Monster. Now, a regular Monster will contain roughly, in fact, let me double check. So for a 500 milliliter can of Monster, there's around 237 calories in it. If you instead change to Monster Ultra or the sugar-free Monsters, which have, let's just quickly double check, 30 calories in it. I know this is the Aldi alternative, but just bear with me. This has 30 calories, which means you're going to be drinking 200 less calories per can. Let's say you have 1 can a day. That's 200 calories every single day. By the end of the week, that's 1,400 calories. By the end of the month, that's 5,600 calories. So literally, if you drink a Monster a day, switching to the diet alternative could cause you to lose more than a pound of body fat by the end of the month. And it doesn't just have to be diet drinks that you can switch to. Going for example, 25% beef mince to 5% beef mince can also do the same thing. Make substitutes. So make substitutes that aren't wanky and that still give you the taste that you want. For example, I don't like the thought of switching rice for cauliflower rice because granted, there's less calories in it, but cauliflower rice is literally just cauliflower shredded up. So you're changing rice to a vegetable, which is kind of like getting rid of Luis Suarez for Ricky Lambert. And if you're a football fan, you'll know exactly what I mean. Now, the second thing you can do is do more. Exercise more. If you work a sedentary job, so you literally just sit at the desk all day, every single day, then you're not going to be getting a decent amount of activity or exercising. But simply just making it your sole ambition to get like a 20-minute walk in every single day could cause you to be burning around 1,000 to 2,000 more calories over the course of the week. And once again, let's say, for example, you burn off those 1,000 to 2,000 more calories every single week, then by the end of the month, you're probably going to be burning off close to 8,000 to 10,000 calories more than what you do if you just sat on your ass every single day, scrolled on TikTok or whatever. Which means that literally just getting out for a 20-minute walk every single day could cause you to lose another pound of body fat by the end of the month. And finally, one of the most important tools that I think you should start doing in order to lose that first pound is just track your calories. It might sound really, really fitness wanky and cliche, but genuinely tracking your calories is one of the best tools that you can use to monitor your calorie intake. Let's say, for example, you're trying to save money. Let's say, for example, you're trying to cut down on expenses. You walk into a shop, you think you're making the best choices, then you get to the end till, and suddenly you've been charged £100 for about 10 items. Fucking wild, isn't it? But if you went into that shop and looked at the prices of all the things that you were buying, you can make mindful decisions on whether or not you actually need that food or you're just getting it because of habit. Do you really need that 3-quilt toilet paper, or can you just go for the basic kind and save yourself £3? Do you really need the digestive biscuits, or can you get the Aldi biscuits instead and save yourself another couple of quid? You're monitoring the money that you're spending and making better decisions on the cheaper alternatives. Now look at this in regards to food. You're just going to be monitoring the amount of calories that you're putting in your body and thinking whether or not you you actually need those foods, or you can just make lower calorie alternatives or just sack it off altogether. There's something known as the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, which, to save you the boring sciencey shit, a bunch of really smart guys shone a beam of light through a slit in a piece of card. And they realised that as soon as they started to observe the atoms within this light, they started to change behaviours. Now, this is relevant to your nutrition because you can apply the same concept. As soon as you start to observe your food choices, and as soon as you start to observe your nutrition and the calories you're putting in your body, you'll actively start making changes on your own behaviours. Apply these 3 steps, and I guarantee by the end of this first month, you will have lost your first pound of body fat. And then you've just got to do it again and lose that second pound, then the third pound, then the fourth pound, then the fifth pound, then the sixth pound. As you gradually progress on, you'll get better and better and more efficient at it, meaning that your fat loss will actually probably speed up as time goes on. Let me know how you get on, and if you like this video, give it a like. If you've got any questions for me, comment below because I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. And if you want any more free fitness or fat loss based content without any of the bullshit, as always, make sure that you're either following my Instagram at k.p_health or subscribe to this channel. Peace.